The world is such that it is our own mistakes that come to give us our results in life. Everything that we suffer in this life is the result of our own errors in the past life. So if we do not attack anyone, if we do not hurt others, then we will move forward on the path of liberation. We should see the Nimit as Nirdosh. Nimit is the evidentiary instrument, the human being in front of us, as the flawless one. If he curses us 2 times, then if we ask him to curse us the 3rd time, he would not. He can only curse us 2 times. We should just have that exact vision. One became, keep everything clean, do not use insecticides. Many people do not kill bed bugs. Instead, they put their mattresses out in the sun to heat. In my household, I will tell them not to do even that. Why trouble the poor bed bugs in the sun? People would still protest. Reading from the book of non-violence now, wanting to be rid of them. It is a misconception to think that the population of the bed bugs decrease by killing them. They may appear to decrease, but some number will be found in the following day. We should keep everything simply clean and tidy. Maintain cleanliness is the key to eliminating the problem of the bed bugs. It is just a kind of an inner feeling in your mind that you have got rid of this population of the bed bugs. It really doesn't. We should simply keep everything clean and tidy. Maintaining cleanliness is the key to eliminating the problem of bed bugs. It is a crime to use insecticides and repellents on them. Besides, the chemicals do not destroy them. The insects just reappear elsewhere. You will not see a single insect at certain times, while at other times they seem to be abundant. This is because insects are seasonal. During such times, no matter what you do, they will keep thriving. See? So there is a season for their proliferation, and they're bugging you, the bugs, and then as the seasons change, then they go away. We are now in the live translation, voiceover of the Shivir retreat that is happening in England on the topic of non-violence, from the book of non-violence by Dadashri. Now, pay off your debts first. Questioner is asking, one bedbug takes only that portion that is the part of the overall account, does it not? The other says, I have always paid off my debts to them, which is why I now encounter very few people right now. Even now, if the bedbug were to visit me, it would instinctively recognize that it is not going to be harmed. They know me. They also know the nature of the other individuals that are likely to hurt and kill them. They have this ability to know this because they too have a soul within. Moreover, there is no way out for you without paying off your debts of past life. You will have to, the account of karma, debt is the account of karma. You'll have to feed blood for having taken blood from beings in the past. You will have to repay whomever you have troubled. All your accounts will have to be paid off. Have you seen a blood bank where people donate blood? Whatever. To drink somebody's blood, it means, literally it means to really bother and harass or trouble somebody severely through your abhorrence and aversion, dvesh bhav. So the wrong subatomic particles gather into your body, and then they get ready to give you the results in this life. So now we have the new vision that through the vision of the self we are able to see the accounts of aversion and attachment in the previous life. So because we see others, beings in this world, including non-humans, as pure souls, we will not have this kind of problem, says Deepakbhai. You will have to repay whoever you have trouble. All your accounts will have to be paid off. Have you seen a blood bank where people donate blood? This here is such a bedbug bank which acts like a blood bank, where a record of all your pending accounts are kept. So, drinking blood or settling accounts. So, allow the bedbug to bite you and do not let it go hungry. How can the poor hungry bedbugs live without being fed? At such a noble household as yours, if you cannot tolerate their bites, just take them outside. If you do not have the strength, then let them feed off you. And if you do have the strength, then let them feed off you and then let them go. And in doing so, they are doing you a big favor. They liberate you from your sense of attachment to your body. The message of the bedbug comes with us is, why are you asleep? Why are you spiritually asleep? Get your work done. You are like the watchman that stands guard. They are like the watchmen that alert you. So if you do not like being bitten by the bedbugs, you can lift them up and say, okay, I'm taking you outside. But if you do have the inner energy to let them bite you, then let them bite you and drink your blood. What's wrong with it? Because that means you are allowing them to finish the account of the last life and you move forward. Generally you say, I want to become free from this body and the mind. I want to become free of this body and the mind. But the moment you get bitten by a little mosquito or a bed bug, you get so upset. So this gives you, these bugs make you more aware in the fear in the sphere of awareness. You should be thankful to the bedbug who has become just fat, having drunk your blood, and is walking away. Don't kill it. Let it go. It's going away. Just see the positive drashti, the vision of the Gnani, and because through this such a positive vision, he becomes aware that these bedbugs and all these insects that bite me are making me awakened and aware from this illusory attachment that I have towards this body. And so I do not want to let a single living being go away from my sight without seeing the vision of the pure soul in them. The next one is, the law is maintained. Questioner, mosquitoes are a nuisance. What can we do about them? Dadashri says, understand. Now the chapter of the bedbugs is over and now the mosquito chapter is coming on. In the book of non-violence, Ahimsa, A-H-I-M-S-A, Ahimsa is the word for non-violence. And if you just PDF, Google Ahimsa, Dadashri, you will get this book that I am reading right now. Questioner, Dadashri says, understand that anything in this world that aggravates you does so within the prescribed limits of the law of nature. Your suffering too is within its law. If you want this law, and if you want to be free from those mosquitoes, sleep inside a mosquito net, but do not kill them. Questioner, should we preserve their life, not kill them? Dadashri says, yes. So what if we speak Sri Ram's name as we kill them? Will it not mean that they would attain a higher life form in the next life? Everybody laughing. Yes. Everybody has been just hey Ram, speak the name of Ram and then kill the mosquito. Dadashri says, you will go to a lower life form for inflicting the suffering on the mosquito. Do mosquitoes bite saints? That is the question. Dadashri says, they bite even the Lord himself. They used to bite Lord Mahavir a lot. They simply would not leave without collecting their account, unfinished account from past life. Your own debts is the heading. Recognize that when a single mosquito even touches you, it is exact. It is meant to be. If you were to be bitten on your hand, it would not be able to bite you on your leg, even if it wanted to. How can this world be wrong when it has been arranged with such precision? This precise arrangement is the regulator of the world and continuously keeps the world in regulation. Other name for Vyavasthit Shakti. I am making this statement based on my own vision. I am seeing it and saying it, says Gnani Purush Dadashri. And it's a regulator of the world and keeps the entire world in regulator. This is the greatest discovery of Gnani Purush Dadashri, and he has opened it up to the world. And it is not worth doing any kind of rag or dvesh, attachment or aversion, Einmachtung or upshoy. Now, Hitlerism prohibited everywhere. No one in this world is in a position to hurt or hinder you, and therefore, should anything happen to you, do not blame the world. The fault is your own. Everything that you experience in your life is the echo of all the interfering, meddling you yourself did in your previous life. Now, you will not have such echoes if you had not interfered. Not even a single mosquito can bite you unless there had been some previous interference on your part. Even if you are lying in bed full of bed bugs, not a single bug will touch you if you have not interfered in your past life. What is the law behind this? People think thoughts like, kill these bugs and get rid of them. That is the interference. Do not use do they not use spray insecticides? That is Hitlerism, gassing human beings to death. Yet the bugs say you won't affect us much. Our generational propagation will not cease. So whatever thoughts and feelings and intentions you had in the previous life, that is interference, and as a result the subatomic particles gather within you to give the effect of violence in this life. Okay, therefore when your interference ceases, all accounts will be cleared. Without causes of interference, there will be no bites in quotes, of any kind. What can one tell if all the debt has, when can one tell if all the account of karma or debt has been paid off? In the midst of a swarm of mosquitoes, not a single mosquito will bite you. Even the bed bugs will forget their natural tendency to bite. If a very angry and violent man rushes in here suddenly, his anger and violence will vanish when he sees and sets his eyes upon me. He will, says Dada, his thinking will change this is the power of Ahimsa or non-violence. In front of Lord Mahavir, the lion and the tiger will forget their violent intent, and all the violent animals and people around the Lord will forget their violent intent. That is the nature of the non-violent one. It is Vyavasthit, scientific circumstantial evidences that arranges everything. The mosquito is not aware that it will bite Chandulal, and Chandulal means file number 1 is not aware that he will be bitten. But Vyavasthit unites the two. Vyavasthit, SCE, determines the time of the event when the air pulls the mosquito to its location, and it is also Vyavasthit that it pulls it away after the event. It is so subtle, this little mosquito flies all over the room and comes and attaches to a specific point on the body only. It is, in other words, it is the location, this time, the space, the intention, and the body complex that is all there. It is Vyavasthit that frees them from their account, so they both can go their separate ways. The mosquito can even fly for miles to settle accounts with anyone who has interfered in the past. No difference between the thorn and the mosquito. When a mosquito bites, people blame the mosquito. But when a thorn pricks them, what do? There is no difference between a thorn and a mosquito. There is no difference at all. In the eyes of the Lord, both are the same. The soul within them does not bite. Everything that hurts you is merely thorns. Why is it that you do not see? Why is it that you do not see the fault of a thorn when it pricks you? It is because one does not see a living instrumental entity, a nimit. Dadashri says, Dadashri now replies, the mosquito appears alive and therefore he assumes this is what bit me. He is under the veil of illusion, not knowing the reality. Therefore the world appears real to him. This, why does it appear? That is because he is in an illusion. That is why he believes that this mosquito bit me. He is under the veil. Therefore the world appears real to him. The self never does anything. It does not bite anybody. The world is simply an interaction of the non-self elements, Pudgal, and it is there that the accounts are caused and settled. The self, Anatma, is the Pudgal or the non-self, and it is anger, deceit, pride, ego, kashais, everything, the kashai complex, you see. It is the non-self complex. You see, the self never punishes anyone. The Atma, the self, and the Paramatma, the absolute self, never hurts anyone. The world is constantly hurt by the sharp thorns. It is the ego that sees the other one at fault and therefore reacts. If a person is struck by a falling rock, he will look up to see who threw the rock at him. When he does not see anyone, he remains quiet. However, if he catches someone throwing even a small pebble at him, he will become very angry and confrontational. Why does he react differently in each situation? This is because his perception is false. According to Akram Vignan, so then the kings of Rajasthan, Rana Pratap, were fighting the Muslim kings because you see they saw each other the doer. You invaded our territory, we are going to get you out of this. Until one attains the vision of the Lord, the vision of the S-capital self, the Paramatma, such fights will continue. According to Akram Vignan, the thorn that pricks you and the person that hurts you are both nimitz. They are instrumental in the process where Vyavasthit brings you the results of your own past karma. The fault is really yours. You would not be hurt if you stepped on a flower, but if you stepped on a thorn, it will prick you for sure. The same applies to people. So you must be careful when you interact with anyone. Whether a thorn pricks you or a scorpion stings you, it is the result of past karma. Whose past karma? Your own past karma. Others are merely instrumental in delivering the results of your own past deals. If you make a loud noise against a barking dog, he will go away. But would a lion go away if you do the same? He says if the farm belongs to Suleiman Seth, a very angry owner, you cannot touch a single fruit on his tree, can you? Therefore, because you do not see a nimit, an evidentiary instrument, a living instrument, when the stone falls and it hurts you on the head, you are not upset at all. But when you see a little child, then you become very, very upset. This Prakruti, the non-self complex, is the discharging result. And it is Vyavasthit. Our own causes have now matured in the result, and they are coming in front of you. And so if this knowledge prevails within you, then new karma will not arise. Therefore, walk with caution. This is a very different kind of world altogether. By nature, it is absolutely just and exact. Throughout my life, I have assessed the real nature of things and events. I have arrived at a wonderful conclusion which, when known to the world, will bring lasting peace and harmony. You have to come to the level of the experience, and then it will be wonderful. He says, one day I will give this Vignan to the world, the science to the world. All the insects biting you and other people biting you through their words, everything, all of this, there is a science behind it. And if you can get the real, right, correct solution, then harmony will arise within you. If someone hears these words of Dada and then understands it and then kind of takes it further, then it will work very beautifully and move forward very beautifully. Dada has given this to us in such a beautiful manner and has given us the precise scientific understanding of it. And he has given it through his own experience and his own studied research on it. And if when a mosquito bites you, if you keep it under your study, then you will understand that this is your own account, and therefore they move further. The right to life for all living beings is the next heading. Think about why a cat preys on mice and other insects and other living beings, but it will never touch a mole, even if it's hungry. Why is that? The cat will never touch a mole, will it? Why is it? You receive food without any effort because of your virtues or merit karma effects the results. A laborer, on the other hand, the cat will catch mice, but it will leave alone certain other insects, other animals like a dog. Why? This is the account of Vyavasthits. You receive food without any effort because of your merit karma effects or virtues or punya. A laborer, on the other hand, has to toil for money to buy food. Therefore, from now on, make sure that you do not hurt any living being, whether it is a human being or an animal or an insect. On the other hand, people pray to the Lord while they continue to hurt the very beings with whom they live. You see, the Lord resides within these human beings with whom. How much courage does it require? Dada, once he gets the Gnan Drashti, the knowledge Drashti of Dada, the vision of the self through Dada, then he becomes non-violent. How much courage does it require to kill animals and insects? People go around killing snakes and insects too readily, and yet is it such a brave thing to do? You can only destroy that which you are capable of creating. A bedbug, if you can create anything, then you have the right to kill it. So then the result of you kill it, then the result will come. A bedbug is a bedbug by the relative viewpoint, but by the real viewpoint it is pure soul. Shuddhatma Raina Sile. Do you want to kill a pure soul? If the bedbug is intolerable, pick it up and put it outside. Man looks for his happiness through killing. How is it possible to kill and find happiness at the same time? How is it possible to kill and find happiness at the same time? Do you think it is possible to be happy? You see, these so-called brave ones, they only kill the snakes and the bedbugs and the small insects, but they don't have the courage to kill an elephant or a lion, do they? So we continue. Yes. So it says, so just keep the room closed. We are in that paragraph. What should we do if we have an invasion of ants in the home? And the other answer is being given. You can even discover this on your own if you have to analyze that, whether this nuisance is permanent or temporary. Most of the time, Dadashri says it's just a false belief. Understand that you must move away from wherever the nuisance is. Keep 2 separate cooking areas in your home if you can. Keep a spare stove in your home. Can you not forgo a fully cooked meal for one day? Killing is a very serious matter. The more you try to drive away the nuisance that is there in the home, the more they will be there. But as you move away from the sense that you want get rid of the ants and the bed bugs and the cockroaches in your home, then the more it will be difficult. We only kill them if they get in our way. We do not go out of our way to kill them. For those who want to kill insects, as Dada, such a situation will present itself to them. For those who do not want to kill, and they will not come across circumstances that will accommodate their intent. If you make an effort never to kill, and this is very important, those who want to kill, then they will get the circumstances to kill. Those who have the intention to kill, they will get the circumstances to kill. If you make an effort never to kill and then try, then your circumstances will change. Unless you understand the law that operates this world, the practice of killing will not cease, and as a result you will not be able to break away from the habits of this wonderful life. If you accidentally kill an insect, do pratikraman and ask for forgiveness. These are very important. Now, questioner, will the use of insecticides affect us? The moment you kill anything, says Dada, a change happens in the subtle subatomic particles within you. They affect innumerable living organisms within you die. The killing you do externally is proportionate to the killing that happens internally. This is an entire cosmos within you, just as there is on the outside. When the mosquito sits on your thigh, and the moment you want to kill it, at that time, the intention to kill, inside also something dies inside you. You see, first something dies inside and then it dies outside. So there is a subtle intent, and there is a subtle intent of killing, and then it comes out into the external process of the killing. So first it arises within you as a cause, and then it's at a subtle cause, and then it becomes an overt or visible cause, and if it happens, then you have to say, my Lord, please forgive me. And so it will change the next life, you see. Otherwise, of course, the killing will not change in this life. So kill as much as you want to, but understand that the same destruction is taking place within you, for there is as much within the body as there is in the universe. There are so many thieves and pickpockets around that one is never safe. But if you never have a thought of picking somebody's pocket or stealing from someone, then no one is going to steal from you. In the same token, if instead of violence you choose non-violence, you will not come across any circumstance of violence. That is the way of the world. If you understand this world just once, your problem will be solved. If you do not have violent intent, then you will not encounter the circumstances of violence. If you are in Agna 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5, nothing will happen. Especially if you are in Agna 1 and this is relative, then there will be no intention of violence at all. And so you will not become a nimit for that. Now the next heading is the fault is of the entity that endorses. This is the live English voiceover relay of the Shivir that is happening. Now I think he closes the book here. He will take it up next time. Now he's going to go into the Samayik, I suppose. This is the... Okay, well, it just closed on us. Alright, so for my friends who are watching this English voiceover, please excuse Shuddha. He misread the timing on the computer and therefore was late. Katya reminded him from Germany, and so he joined kind of it when he did join. But most of it was early simple reading on the basic concepts of non-violence in the book. Now, this is a break, I think. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so there's a song going. It's the song, like, so this is a break, and the break is going on. There is a song, the same song that was sung in Germany, Satsang Maro, Nityavadhe Manguchu Have, and we had projected it. Let my satsang increase, oh my Gnani, this is what I am asking for. As they are trying to revive this, and it keeps spinning on us, but we will continue as it is. Let's see. For those of you who have just joined in, the Gujarati sessions are being broadcast live under new.livestream.com/Dada Bhagwan Live, and the Ustream in English is at ustream.tv/Dadashri Live. Dadashri-live. And we have been told to wait. They are trying to initiate the Ustream here.
સંસારી ફાઈલો ઉપકારી જો હવે સત્સંગ મારો નિત્ય વધે માંગુ છું હવે સત્સંગ મારો નિત્ય વધે માંગુ છું હવે શક્તિ તમારી હો વિજ્ઞાની આપજો મને શક્તિ તમારી હો વિજ્ઞાની આપજો મને પાડોશી શિષ્યને આદર્શ બનાવજો પાડોશી શિષ્યને આદર્શ બનાવજો વ્યવહાર તેનો શુદ્ધ અચૂક રાખજો વ્યવહાર તેનો શુદ્ધ અચૂક રાખજો આજ્ઞા પાલનથી સ્વાનંદ માહે આજ્ઞા પાલનથી સ્વાનંદ માવહે દર્શન શુદ્ધત્વનું અનુભવમાં વહે દર્શન શુદ્ધતાનું અનુભવમાં વહે સત્સંગ મારો નિત્ય વધે માંગુ છું હવે શક્તિ તમારી હો વિજ્ઞાની આપજો મને સત્સંગ તારો નિત્ય વધે માંગુ છું હવે શક્તિ તમારી હો વિજ્ઞાની આપજો મને જાગ્યા પછી નિપાડો દર્શનમાં વહે જાગ્યા પછી નિપાડો દર્શનમાં વહે દાદા વળી જ માત્ર અંતરમાં રમે દાદા વળી જ માત્ર અંતરમાં વહે અહો અહો એ જ્ઞાની તારો પરિવાર તો અહો અહો એ જ્ઞાની તારો પરિવાર અહો અહો એ જ્ઞાની તારો પરિવાર તો અહો અહો એ જ્ઞાની તારો પરિવાર તો ચોથા આરાન ક્ષેત્રે ઉભરાઈ રહ્યો ચોથા આરાન ક્ષેત્રે ઉભરાઈ રહ્યો સત્સંગ મારો નિત્ય વધે માંગુ છું હવે સત્સંગ મારો નિત્ય વધે માંગુ છું હવે શક્તિ તમારી હો વિજ્ઞાની આપજો મને શક્તિ તમારી હો વિજ્ઞાની આપજો મને જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ જ્ઞાન ભક્તિના પદો નવી બુક પેજ 211 211 અને પદ નંબર 290 હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. તારી સેવા કરતા રોમ રોમ ઉછળ્યો તું પ્રભુ. તારી સેવા કરવા રોમ રોમ ઉછળતો પ્રભુ. રસ સુણી થૂક દાની મન સંભાર તું પ્રભુ. ઉદરસ સુણી થૂક દાની મન સંભાર તું પ્રભુ. સેવા વિના ના પોષાય આ અવતાર. દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. સેવા વિના ના પોષાય અવતાર. દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. તારા જ્ઞાનને આજ્ઞામાં મહાત્માઓ જીવે. તારા જ્ઞાનને આજ્ઞામાં મહાત્માઓ જીવે. મળશો મહાવિદે હે કરી આયુના ઘૂંટ પીવે. મળશો મહાવિદે હે કરી આયુના ઘૂંટ પીવે. સ્વપ્નમાં દર્શન દઈ દેજો આધાર. દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. સ્વપ્નમાં દર્શન દઈ દેજો આધાર. દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાશ્રીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. તારા ચરણો તો ચિત્તમાં ચોટી જ રહે. તારા ચરણો તો ચિત્તમાં ચોટી જ રહે. તારી અમી દ્રષ્ટિ ચક્ષુમાં સદાય રહે. તારી અમી દ્રષ્ટિ ચક્ષુમાં સદાય રહે. વિધિથી પૂરજો શક્તિ અપાર. દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. વિધિથી પૂરજો શક્તિ અપાર. દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. હું તો પૂજા કરીશ રાજ રાજ દાદાજીની પૂજા કરીશ. તારા દર્શનને જ્ઞાનની વંચિતોની વણઝાર. તારા દર્શનને જ્ઞાન દી जितानी वळजार भूल काजुरे तुझ ज्ञान बिंदू पामवा पार भूल काजुरे तुझ ज्ञान बिंदू पामवा अपार सूक्ष्म हाजेरीती करी द्यो उदार दादाजीनी पूजा करीश सूक्ष्म हाजरीती करी द्यो उदार दादाजीनी पूजा करीश तो पूजा करीश राज राज दादाजीनी पूजा करीश हूँ तो पूजा करीश राज राज दादाजीनी पूजा करीश दादाजीनी पूजा करीश दादाजीनी पूजा करीश.
So now we have the question and an answer session, and the questions will be taken. The Gnani is ready for the questions as it relates to the book and the topic of non-violence.
थोड़ा प्रश्न लेता जैशु.
So let us now take some. First question is from Deepakbhai from London. He's not here. Siddharth Bhatt from USA. Then the next one is on Hema from Hema Ben. Please stand up. Jai Sachidanand. It is said that the mother who tells her son that don't hit but take the beating and come home, such as one only such a one can become a Tirthankar. That's fine, we got Dada, did we not? Then we can learn from Dada, can we not? We're having streaming. In the same way, the mother, whether our mother taught us or our Dada taught us is one and the same, is it not? You know, for Dada, his mother taught us. So what difference does it make who teaches you? We got the teaching, did we not? The teaching is the important thing. So yes, the important thing is to change our intentions. If you do not have the energy to let the bedbug feed on your body, then pick it up and keep it outside, but do not kill it. But do not kill it. I'm having streaming problems on the sound. The sound if we are having interrupted sound. If your eye glasses have got some white color paint on it, would you like it? You know, when it's the eyeglasses are clear, is it not good? In the same way, let me see if I. So now once the wipers are working and in the car wipers are working well, then you will enjoy the driving the car, would you not? But you see, but the glasses can be cleaned. However, if you are violent with any living being, then there is a veil because of it. Lord, this is just a story. Lord Mahavir, this is a story that a few years prior to his current last life, he had poured hot lead in the ears of the watchman, and he says, how dare, out of the ego, how dare he really not follow the Gnani or the king, and therefore, and so the one in whose ears the hot lead was poured, thousands of years later, he did the same thing to Mahavir, because he misused his authority, because the king was sleeping and he had told the people not to play music once he is fallen asleep. But when he says, how dare they not follow his agnas, because when he woke up in the middle of the night, he found that they were still continuing with the music. So when you kill an insect, therefore, if killing the insect is the first violence, and then the dvesh bhav, the abhorrence inside, will also cause you suffering. The Lord says that you don't, to kill or to save is not under your authority. It's not in your, to kill one insect, so many causes have to be right before you kill the insect. Therefore, you have to have mercy in your thoughts. Bhavdaya means, that means you. So when you feel like killing somebody, then it is the violence of towards your own self only. He is reading from Dada. Please explain. When you try to save it, that is called bhavdaya. To kill an insect or not to kill an insect, to save an insect is an external evidence, but the intention to kill or the intention to save, that is under your control. But this talk is not about thou shalt not kill. This talk is about thou shalt remove your violent intent. That is more critical. Remove your intention for violence. Oh Dada Bhagwan, or the Absolute Self within me, through this mind, speech and body, I do not want to hurt a single being in this world. And that is the first, it is the early morning prayer that we do, you see. So if your intention is taken away, then you don't need to worry about whether you end up killing somebody or saving somebody, because that is an effect, is it not? Whether it's because if there is a science and a secret behind it, death happens because it is a result of scientific circumstantial evidences. But if you had the intention to kill, then those insects which needed to be killed will come to your home because you wanted to kill and they need to get killed, and therefore they end up in your own home, you see. So do not let the bhav bij or the seeds of violence happen. If you do not let the seeds of violence happen, then there will be no more violence, you see. Everything is dependent upon the seeds. The seed is a critical factor. When you are awakened and aware as to who you are, even if an insect comes under your feet, then it will not die. Somebody else will kill it, but you will. If it is not in your intention to hurt anyone, then that is from the past life, then in this life it will be such that you will not become instrument in the hurt towards anyone. But accidentally, even if an insect comes under your feet, it will not die because of you. That is how it is, you see. So, it's the one with the non-violent intent. Even if he shoots an arrow, the other person will not bleed. And whereas the one with the violent intent, even if he doesn't say anything, it will make the other person bleed. when your friend comes to you and he hits you very hard, but hey, go away. When did you come here? Or hey, Katya, where did you come here? Even if it's a big slap, you will don't feel hurt. But a little bit. Somebody is very upset with you, and if he touches you slightly, you feel upset. You see, and so there is a dhabbo, means a big pat through love or through abhorrence has a difference. There, no. So therefore. So the one with the is even if you throw an arrow with a non-violent intent, the other person will not bleed. So if you are non-violent, then you will not have any violence around you. Through the intention, through aversion, and through the abhorrence, then you see, when you eat non-vegetarian food, it causes those subatomic particles create a little veil over your spiritual grasping. When you do any work, there is both the merit as well as the sin karma in it. When you do one act, it does have both the positive and the negative in it. But the sin happens through mind. When the body is the one, the body doesn't do the sin, it is the mind that commits the sin. The seed is through the mind, it is not through the body. The body is an effect. Yeah. Supposing you pick a flower, when there is a slight demerit, sin karma, but then when you offer that to the Lord, then there is merit in it. See, when you prevent a cat from eating a mice, then you prevent violence towards the mice, but then you have prevented the food for the cat, right? Next one is Ramanikbhai and Hema Ben. Next, there is as much universe that there is outside, there is inner universe too, similar amount. I do not understand the connection between the external universe and the internal universe. If there is a huge big mirror, if there is a huge mirror in this hall, is the hall in the mirror or is the mirror in the hall? Will you not be able to see the entire hall in the supposing there's a huge mirror in this hall, will you not be able to see the whole hall? Is the hall in the mirror or is the mirror in the hall? So whatever is inside, the soul is the mirror and it takes the picture and it has the entire universe within the soul only. Now when you do the intention of aversion and abhorrence to kill an insect, its getting crushed will be under scientific circumstantial evidences. However, your intention to kill the insect, that intention will get printed into the blueprint and it will get charged and then it will get an effect in the next life. And so as you are walking in the next life, that insect will come underneath your foot and get killed. So if your intention and desire to kill will result in the effect of your becoming the nimit to kill somebody in the next life. Next one. Next one is Vilas. So as we are driving in the night, because of the light, the headlights, a lot of insects are attracted to the headlight and therefore so then there is a lot of insects that die by driving in the night. Are you driving so are you driving the car or somebody else is driving the car? The one whoever is driving, it kills. So then if you feel that they are being killed by you, then you should do pratikraman for 10 minutes and say, oh Dada Bhagwan, it is not my intention to kill the insects at night. Why did it die? Supposing a deer hits your car and not the other one, then why did it die with your car? So is this not your car, and therefore you have to make the owner of the car do the pratikraman? But you see, the deer getting killed by your car is part of scientific circumstantial evidences. So you can do a collective pratikraman for all such animals that got killed by your car because of night driving. So what are you going to do? So, but so then you are. So this is an account of profit and loss. You see, as you are going, so many people will move forward, because you are going about to give Atmagnani, and therefore but you see, 9 out of 10 there is profit, because you are going out for satsang in the night. And supposing you say, I don't want to come to satsang because I won't drive in the night, that this particular shibir has got a lot of giants from US, from England attending, so they count on a lot of such questions being asked to Deepakbhai. But he says, I can't go to satsang because a lot of insects get killed in the night by driving in the night. Then what are you going to do? But you get so much benefit out of it. So that is more important than the 10% insects that get the 10% loss that you get by killing the insects by driving in the night. And are you really the killer? As a but these bed bugs and mosquitoes, when they come to eat, but once they have, what about the pain that happens after the body gets all the bites? You see, I can, let's say I let them bite, but why don't you just apply some lotion on your body afterwards? Yes. He says, so it will bite you for half a minute or 1 minute or 2 minutes, you see. He says it is happening to so be the knower of the seer never gets burnt. So I am beyond pain, I am beyond any suffering. I am nirved, I do not suffer pain. You can try the experiment, you see. But don't try this, by the way, Shuddha says, in India where there is the endemic of malaria, you don't want to do that, do you? You see, when he comes in there, when I'm lying down, then you see, so when he comes, he starts make this noise, and when I turn on the light, I can't see him. But then when I turn off the light, then they come. So they go and lie. The moment the light comes in, they go and sit underneath the light, underneath the bed. You see. They play hide and seek with you, says Deepakbhai. So you see, it's your account. So what they are trying to tell you, that wake up. For countless lives you have fallen asleep, you have been fall asleep. But you are allowed to have a mosquito net. There are beautiful mosquito nets available. So get inside the mosquito net. You see. But if it is in an account to get bitten by a mosquito, even while you are in the mosquito net, then they will bite you. So that is the account from the previous life. So therefore you should not have any kind of aversion towards them. Well, then whatever has happened is correct, you see. But now, okay, so just keep some coconut oil. Keep some coconut oil with you, and then just rub on it after they get it. Then there was an oil of bitter neem, and you see that apply that on your skin, so that it is a repellent. It acts as a mosquito repellent. They won't come near you. You said this is an account, because there is no account when they don't bite me in England, but when I go to India, they really bite. You have the account with the mosquitoes of India and Simandar city, that's all. You have that account with them, you see. Yeah, here when we go to Dallas and Houston, and then we have the external retreat, yes, they come and bite me, because you see in the heavy humidity of Texas, Deepakbhai gets bitten by mosquitoes. They live between 27 to 34 degrees. When it gets cold, and when it becomes 40 degrees, then so they are under they survive only at certain temperatures. These mosquitoes survive between 28 to 35 degrees. So when under such temperatures, then they really are rampant, and then if you are around, then that is your account. That is, it's mandatory. So now I will let them feed. No, 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 no. Let me tell you something. Keep a mosquito net. Say no, no, no. Use a mosquito net. And they will tell you from outside. They'll challenge you from outside. Oh, you've gotten inside a net. If you really have got some courage, why don't you come on out? The mosquitoes will tell you, no, 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 no. Tomorrow I have satsang, so I need to sleep. You see, so that is why. Here, we keep a lion inside a cage, but whereas here to keep the mosquitoes away, we get inside a cage ourselves. You see, so this is the law of the world. The law of the world is like this, you see. Deepakbhai is laughing. Lions and tigers, we keep them in a cage, but from mosquitoes, we get away and we get ourselves in a cage of the mosquito net, do we not? Okay, so all questions on mosquitoes and bedbugs. This is an account. This world is our own accounts. Even the elephant will be really disturbed by a mosquito if it gets into its ears. So no living being is useless. It can affect you, it can bother you. It has its account, see. Now next one is Kalpana and Dilip Bora. So file 1 has a plant of aloe vera plant. I feel that if I break that leaf of aloe vera, I will commit sin. Yes, don't worry about one sense being. Those, like 2 senses and then three senses, they are all the ants and then ants and mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are 4 senses, and then from 2 to 5 senses, please avoid violence. Yes, you see, you can aloe vera, if you want to eat, you can even eat it. Yeah, because you says yes, if you want to pray to the pure soul and then do it, then it's fine. Yeah, that means when you do the pure soul prayer to the plant of aloe vera and then you cut the leaf, that's fine. Next one. Be careful about 2 to 5 sense beings, that's all. Jai Sachidan. You see, the butcher is separate and the eater of the food is separate. It is the butcher is killing the chicken or the cow because the eater wants to eat. Therefore, more responsibilities of the one who eats. Not only there is a killer and there is the eater, and then there are the transporters of the chickens, and then those who are actually all in the factories of the chickens, those who deal with, those who work with the cold storage, those who cut all of those. Ultimately, the greatest responsibility is of the one who eats that. You see, this is all account. That means to instigate, to instigate, and to actually do it, and to do it with remote control. To make somebody do and to instigate somebody to do. Those are 3. In ignorant state, before our awakening in the Gnanvidhi, we had done a lot of this killing of different kinds of animals and little insects, etc. In order to keep the cleanliness in the house, use all kinds of insecticides. There is a lot of sin that has happened. How can we be made free from the sin of that? Yes, we are going to take the samayik of all the little insects, everything, all the insects that have been. Sometimes you have bitten a stick towards a dog, or you have kicked a donkey, or you have killed small insects. So you try to be repentant for it in the Samaik. Where did you do on that day in the kitchen? I use this thing. And those people who have motels are owners of motel businesses and hotel businesses. They have to use all of these insecticides in their kitchens. Do they not? They have to spray, etc. Or you have a spider, a big bird spider that is very dangerous. That whatever you have done, just be just oh pure soul within them, please help me. I have spelled that I have this happened, and it is just remember and then be repentant, and then every day for a week or so, then you can do a lot of every day for. So do such. If you have done a lot of this, then every time it comes to you, you just do pratikraman for it. Then you do it at fourth class. I did this. When I was a little boy, I did this with this kind of violence, killing a life, taking some life, and then just ask for the forgiveness. And sometimes I have to cut grass, and sometimes I have to cut a small plant, etc. And so when there is very beautiful weather, then the lawn grows very profusely. And so will the sin of that come on me? On that day, just do the pratikraman. Why? Oh Dada, why did I have to do it? Oh Dada Bhagwan. Everybody has got different accounts, and just do the so Dada Bhagwan, please let me not do this. I don't have the intention, but if the violence does happen, then I myself feel that I did violence. Then you have to tell Kaushik, then tell Kaushik to do pratikraman. And sometimes take the time, if it bothers you, then take the time to sit down and go into a pratikraman mode. And when in summer, when there is a lot of harassment by the insects that enter the home, that is a migration, he says. Because the heat is in the ground, then they come inside the home. So you have to tell them, please go outside, don't come in the home. You can talk to them, but please do not come under my feet. Yes, you don't have to block them. You see, they know that they carry their babies and they migrate to the safe side inside your home. And our walls have got little homes, so they enter a small hole, and they have accumulated their food for their babies also. So when then later on when the season improves, then they'll move out. So don't try to disturb them too much. Please. Yes, you can prevent your own safe side, so you can talk to them. Please go out. Just as if you have rented a place in your home, so they go up and down the stairs. The renter uses another stairs and he uses that part of the home, whereas they don't come into your home. Those people who come in and out, they use the other part of the home only. They don't come in your home at all, do they? You see, so they have their own entrance and exit, therefore. So you make this kind of arrangements, that is all. When they have to survive too, do they not? So it is their home too. For 3 generations this land was theirs, but you built a concrete home on top of them. So please let me stay, but please can you do such so you don't get killed by me? I don't want to kill you, so please can you stay away from me? So you can send such silent request to the Shuddhatma Bhagavan within them, the pure souls. The science of intent is very scientific and does very beautiful job. When you do this kind of scientific adjustments, very beautiful things happen. So what if the question is, what if a little ant falls down? Does it not get hurt if we just flip it away? No. Even if they fall from a tall building, they don't get hurt. So this is all the stories going on about the little daily activities of ants and insects and mosquitoes and cockroaches, etc. Their density mass is such that the ant falls very slowly. It has no bones to break. But if we fall, we break bones, do we not? And here, the moment you come out of a shower, you fall and you break a bone. They have natural protection. When you shake off the ants from your clothes, there is nothing. Yes, as long as you don't have the violent intent, you are not hurting anyone, you see. The intention is a critical thing. I was taking a bath and it came, and so I stopped the water so that it will not get drowned. Yeah, take a little piece of paper and pick it up and then keep it outside, that's all. They understand fear. They do understand fear, so they run away. Why is the account with me? They are running around in their world, but you entered into their world, did you not? And that is why you're going to live here for 4 days and then you'll leave, right? But they're always here, are they not? For 3 generations they have been here. Some insects will say we have been here for 7 generations. So we are here as guests for the 3 or 4 days for the Shibir. Everybody has got the ownership on this world. Jai Sachidanand. Now, only after taking the Gnan that it is wrong to kill insects, that that sin happens, and then I have to repent. But when I was young, I have killed all kinds of animals and little insects, and I have hit a dog as well. But they have already taken, even if they have died and they have gone into another life. So if I do pratikraman, will it reach them? Yes, it will reach them wherever they are. You do the prayer and it will reach them. If you have killed a cat, then it's, oh, I killed you. It's when I was ignorant, please forgive me. For bigger beings, sit for an hour and do pratikramans. Yeah, will it not do if I just say no, you have to do it. If it bothers you, then you have to really just do it with the proper manner. In those days you never even knew that it was wrong, but now you know that it is wrong. Now I know that I have to repent, but those little entities, those insects and cats, etc., have already gone into another world. Will they get the message? Yes, they will. Yes, just take one after the other and just be repentant. This is a big responsibility, and it will. This is an account that will be formed, and then they will not let go of you in the next life. When my father died, it was evening, and then the doctor came and said that his soul has left, and we had to do the vidhi. And so they don't burn the body in the night, so we kept the body all night. He passed the body at 7 p.m. At 4 o'clock in the morning, and then he turned his body at 4 a.m. And then he said, why are everybody here? Where is everybody? What happened? Actually, he probably had not completely gone, So yes, the heart may have stopped, but because the soul had gone to certain areas, but some SC error arose, and therefore he had not yet completely left the body, and that is why it moved. Yes, it happens all the time. Some yogis can remain in their body for 10 to 50 years but you see, everything else appears as if they are dead. They are, yes. And so what happens if you had been burnt before the actual time? But and then he lived for 3 more days. Yeah, it happens. He had not really left his body. He says Brahmarundra, which is actually at the top of the vertex of the skull. His soul had arisen very. But nowadays, when it happens, but you should be ready, she says. But now, if a person dies within 3 hours, they take him to the cremation ground. So, what if they are burnt before they are actually dead? Most of the times they go. It's 1 in 100,000. This happens, but like what has been described by you with reference to your. Did he not leave after 3 days? He did live for 3 days, and he would eat and he would sleep and then even talk. I asked him, where did you go? He says, I don't know anything what happened. That's usually like that only. Whatever happened is correct. No. I feel as if he went someplace and he saw something, but no. At the time of the death, there is a lot of veils, and you see. And so if he woke up, it is just relative awareness that came back only, that is all. Next one, the next question is, this is the question and answer session on day 1, morning session, the evening session in England, day 1. Again, the same question on insects and same question on Pratikraman, answer on Pratikraman. So you have to tell Surbhi Ben, you have to tell the one who is just remain separate as the self that you are, and make her who feels guilty about the sin that has happened, make her do the Pratikraman, that is all. In those days when it happened, the intentions were wrong and that is why it happened. And now when you do the Pratikraman, you are absolutely guaranteed for a safe side in the next life. The bed bugs are called bed bugs marketed in India and bed bugs here in England, and we have to spray, otherwise they will go all over the house. So therefore, if you do it, then do the Pratikraman. And they also do the prayer that, O Shuddhatma Bhagwan, O pure souls, go someplace else, please don't come here. O pure souls, please grow someplace else, do not come here. Now that is the intention in discharge. I have had my answers, but we use the bleach and all kinds of cleaning products in the homes in UK. So again, a giant question that there are living souls in water that are being hurt. But this prayer that through mind, speech and body, let me not hurt anyone. And then we use these insecticides. We have no choice. Is this some kind of an insincerity? No. You see, whatever is the account of this body, this will come in front of you. Your husband is not doing it right. Yes, you have to do it right because you are in the kitchen, right? You see, so your husband and your son doesn't have to do it right. So when I use bleach, then I had for all kinds. You can use diluted bleach. You don't have to use very strong bleach, do you? Yes, have the non-violence in the intention. This, and then employ alternate means that employs the least violence. I know that when I cut the trees and the grass, that is one sense being, and then there are when I walk on the grass, below the grass there are these caterpillars, etc. All of those things, that is two sense beings, right? But then how do I avoid that violence? And my neighbors accuse that I don't take care of the garden properly because I avoid doing the gardening of taking care of my garden. And so at that time I feel like let it not be. Do Asinjay Jekar Ho for 1 hour, says Deepakbhai. And the third one is personal. I have a lot of I love trees, but then I have the conflict about killing them or using things, and then of course I have the intellect says I'm using the flowers to offer to the Lord. So some people believe that they're using their time correct, and some people say they're using their time in a bad way. Don't enter into too much into one sense being. First, most important is do not be violent towards the husband and the son and the father and the living human beings. Avoid the non-violence there. Avoid the violence first, and then in the next life you will take care of all the 4 sense beings and the 5 sense beings, etc. Right now, avoid the hurt to the living beings, the human beings. You understand? You got your answer? Don't get too caught up in this non-violence towards the sub-human world. I don't understand that whatever you do externally, that whatever you kill externally, when you try to run after a mosquito, the intention to kill, that the mosquito will run away, but the intention to kill will carry on with you, will it not? Now, are you the owner of the... Yes, this is now. So to kill or to save an animal being or a living being is not in your hands. But you see, there is the Atmabhav, the death of the self is called. So because there was the intention to kill, that means there is death of the self. And because that intention to be the self got veiled, you see, because the self is in all living beings around you. That is, Aptavani 6 has got all of these details. Aptavani 5, Bhav, Ahimsa is the violence in intent. The most important thing is Remain in the awareness of who you are. Whatever happens, it belongs to file number 1. I am pure soul only. And then if something bad happens through Uwe or Utah, then just say that, do not say that I did it, or do not never say I did it. Keep it separate and do pratikraman. Keep it separate. You are not the doer anymore now. In the ATPL, there is a lot of problem with pigeons, but I have a lot of negative feelings towards against those kabutars, which are pigeons. But you see, they live there. Why? Then you come for a few days and then go away from ATPL, do you not? Why are you so worried about it? You try to do as much as you can, and you see there are 7 people eating the meal in the home, but the pebble, the little tiny piece of grit made of stone comes into the mouth of only the one who makes a lot of noise about the food. Everybody else is eating peacefully. So just let it happen naturally. Do not, you just tell Chanda to do some kind of solutions. But sometimes my intentions get totally spoiled. Does the intentions get spoiled only towards the pigeons or those who are also helping everybody in ATPL? Then yes, but the negative intentions go all the way towards the Karyakartas and the doers also. You see, in the Agna, you see, is once your $2,000 pocket is cut, then you start cursing not only the thief, but a thief and also the mayor of the town and the president of the country. You see. Okay. Why are you making such? She says, I am only have negative feelings only towards the pigeon, but you are letting the pigeon live there, right? Let them live. Why? It is their guest house. It is their guest house, and then they will go away. He says, my maid says that we have so many semi-pigeons there. We also feed them. Yes, we feed them, and we should. He says they live on top of all the high buildings. You see, the pigeon population will keep on increasing. These are all evidences. Try, do your best to keep them away, but don't enter into ragdvesh with the pigeons. In Vatsalya, we have all kinds of living beings. Sometimes the cat comes with his little ones, and then it will also bring the food that it likes. So it will give. So we just have to see it. It will bring even non-veg the food, mice food, for its kittens. You see. So this is how it is. Because where our Simana city Adalaj is there, it used to be a forest with all kinds of living beings living there. Now we invaded their territory, and now we have built our buildings there. And so then will they not occasionally revolt against us? Okay, so all the questions on violence. Okay, now we will take the questions later. Now let us now enter into the Samaik. Let us talk about the Samaik. Yes, we have to do the Aarti today too. Yes, so let us take the small living beings, insects and small insects, you see, and then cats and dogs, wherever we have, from bed bugs, spiders, out of ignorance, wherever we have hurt them, or we have used the insecticides, or we have used the orkin guys, or to continuously sanitation guys, you see, sanitation services. Let us have the awareness of separation, and for each, if it is it's a large living being, then we have to do, supposing we have killed a snake, etc. It is done out of ignorance. We have to. In those days, we had done it out of fear and out of aversion. Out of fear, we had killed him, or so we just do the pratikraman. Take all the little insects to the larger insects, to the larger animals. So We did not know that, so these are all coming to you. Now we will get the new knowledge, and therefore will become free, so it will not happen again. And let us become free from this. Otherwise, those insects will bind revenge with you, you see. So, oh Shuddhatma Bhagwan, please forgive me from all of this. Whatever happens, just whatever happens, all the kinds of infestations, etc., in the garden, etc., in the hotel, motels, wherever it happened, wherever we happen to work, in textile machinery, etc. So they use all kinds of medicines, you see. So wherever you know that this has happened, so through whichever nimitz this has happened, in such kind of arrangements, whatever violence has happened, just do a samayik, sorry, a pratikraman for it in samayik. Let us do the vidhi, and then after a 10-15 minutes samayik, we will do the arti. Or shall we do the arti first? We will do arti tomorrow, no arti today. Okay. So today samayik only. Let us do the vidhi. O Dada Bhagwan, absolute self within me, up until this moment, from childhood until this time, knowingly or unknowingly, all the small living beings were hurt or violence happened against them. Please let me see all of those mistakes and may have deep repentance and wash it off with deep repentance. Let me do such a samayik with deep repentance. Let me remain in the awareness of the separation of the self that I am, and let me make file one do this washing off of the mistakes that have happened. So let me make file one do the pratikraman. Let me grant me the energy to do such a samayik. I surrender the mind, speech and body, all illusions associated with my name, bhav karma, charge karma, dravya karma, subtle discharge karma, yellow glasses, no karma, gross discharge karma. O Dada Bhagwan, the Absolute Self, I am surrendering them unto your divine feet. I am surrendering them all. Shuddhatma Chum, 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 Shuddhatma Chum. Ich bin reine Seele, ich bin reine Seele. Shuddhatma Chum, I am pure soul, I am pure soul, I am pure soul, I am pure. Shuddhatma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum. Jai Sachidanand, Shuddhatma Bhagwan. Everyone, this live relay will continue for tomorrow morning's program until the entire program, the Shivir, is over. There will be a series of these. Jai Sachidanand.